Hey there, Jamie with Brazelton Realty here. I'm going to talk to you today about the number one question that I get asked as a real estate agent, and that is, are we going to see the market crash like it did in '08? And I'm going to give us 5 reasons why I don't think the market is going to crash like we saw before. All right, so should we all take our money out of our houses and start renting apartments and put the money in the stock market? No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see a crash like we did in '07, '08, and '09 in that time period. And here's why. Number one, we don't have enough inventory right now. We're sitting on like a little over a month's worth of inventory within Greeley. I just don't see how the housing market's going to crash with that few houses on the market. Now, secondly, and kind of part and parcel to the low inventory, we have extremely high demand right now. We have people that are so desperate to buy properties that during the COVID mandates where we couldn't show properties, people were writing offers sight unseen because they were so desperate to get into a house. That's crazy. Now, the third reason why I don't think we're going to see a crash is if you have had your house for more than 3 years here in Greeley or in the surrounding areas in Colorado in general, and haven't refinanced and taken a lot of cash out, you have a lot of equity in that property. So even if we see a downward spiral or people start losing jobs, you'll still be able to sell your property and get money out, and you won't be upside down on it. Now, the fourth reason I don't think the real estate market here in Colorado, or especially Greeley, is going to crash is we aren't seeing that much building. Now, you may be saying, whoa, wait a second, I see builders everywhere. And there is a fair amount of building going on, don't get me wrong. But we're not seeing as much as we saw in '07. We're still seeing less, and we have a higher population right now. So I think the builders are being more fiscally responsible, and they're rolling things out a little bit more cautiously because they don't want to get in trouble like they did in '08. Now, the fifth reason and the last reason I don't think we're going to see the market crash like we did in '08 is people have better mortgages right now. And this is maybe the biggest reason why I think we're going to be okay through this, is people have equity in their house and they have a low APR. I mean, almost everybody refinanced this last year because the interest rates have been so low. So they're in a good mortgage, and most of them have fixed interest rates. Back in '07, it was like 30% of all mortgages were ARMs, which is an adjustable rate mortgage. So that rate is going to fluctuate depending on what the market's doing. Now, we're not seeing that. So people are more secure in their mortgage, and that's going to help them overcome any slowdown or any economic disaster that we may see. Now, I hope this information is helpful to you. I hope it's giving you a little bit of peace and satisfaction to know that we're in a fine place. We're not going to see the market crash. Yes, prices are high and they continue to climb, but the reality is the demand and the lack of inventory is what's doing that. And that's not slowing down or increasing inventory anytime soon. One of the things that we saw back in '08 that really hit us hard is we were seeing loans that were given at 100%, 120%, even 140% loan to value, which is insane. We don't see that, or I haven't seen that at least anymore. We saw lenders doing some really shady things. We saw builders doing some shady things. And appraisers doing shady things, and of course we saw some real estate agents doing some shady things. And I'm not saying that that's not happening anymore, but I don't see it happening near at the level that it was in '08. Now, don't take my word for it. I'm going to put a link down in the description, and you can download a free report that gives you all these numbers for yourself so you can see the amount of people coming in to Colorado and where the housing market is and where it has come from, so that you can make a decision for yourself and feel confident that the housing market is stable. It's going to slow down and it will probably recess at some point. I don't foresee that, for another couple years, but that's healthy. Then that's fine. I don't foresee it crashing like we saw in '08.